Hello everyone, welcome back to the video lecture series of fluid machinery. In this session, let us discuss about air vessels. It is associated with the reciprocating pump. As we know, the discharge of a single acting reciprocating pump will be a discontinuous or pulsating one. That means we will get the discharge intermittently, right? So in order to get a continuous flow at the delivery side, we introduce an air vessel, which is a closed chamber containing compressed air in the top portion and a liquid at the bottom of the chamber. At the base of the chamber, there is an opening through which the liquid may flow into the vessel or out from the vessel. When the liquid enters the air vessel, the air gets compressed further, and when the liquid flows out the vessel, the air will expand in the chamber. During the delivery stroke, that is, the movement of piston from right extreme to the left extreme, the water or liquid containing inside the cylinder will compress and the delivery valve will open so that the liquids containing the cylinder will enters to the delivery pipe, and here is a hole at the at this portion so that the water will enters to the chamber also. Okay, so that the air gets compressed inside the chamber. Okay, uh, during this suction stroke, that is the movement of piston from left extreme to the right extreme, there will be no discharge or flow through the delivery pipe, so that the pressure inside the delivery pipe will be less than the pressure inside the chamber, that is in the air vessel. So this compressed air will push down the water to the delivery pipe so that we will get a discharge or delivery of water through this delivery pipe during the suction stroke of this piston. As I told you, the air vessel is used to obtain a continuous supply of liquid at a uniform rate. The second advantage of using air vessel is to save a considerable amount of work in overcoming the frictional resistance in the suction and delivery pipe. Suctionലും ഡെലിവറി പൈപ്പിലും നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ഫ്രിക്ഷണൽ റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും, അതിനെ ഓവർകം ചെയ്യാൻ കൂടി വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, എയർ വെസൽസ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് വൺ അനദർ പർപ്പസ് ഈസ് ടു റൺ ദ പമ്പ് അറ്റ് ഹൈ സ്പീഡ് വിത്തൗട്ട് സെപ്പറേഷൻ. ദിസ് ടേം സെപ്പറേഷൻ and the work saving by using air vessel we'll discuss later. So next is the classification of reciprocating pump. We can classify the reciprocating pump according to the use of pistons side or according to the number of cylinders used. According to the use of piston sides, we can classify into single acting reciprocating pump and double acting reciprocating pump. Single acting reciprocating pump means the water, that is in the previous case, here the water enters to the suction pipe and the dealings of this liquid is only on one side of the piston, right? So uh, here, if the liquid is filled only one side of the piston, we can call it a single acting reciprocating pump. Here is the double acting reciprocating pump, that is the liquid is receiving on both sides of the piston in the cylinder. So here it is the double acting reciprocating pump. Here you can see that two sections pipes are there and two delivery pipes are there. Okay, when the piston moves from left extreme to the right extreme, here this suction pipe will suck the water into the cylinder. So we will get the water through this delivery pipe. So during the suction stroke or movement of the piston from left to the right extreme, we will get the water or discharge from the right pipe. Okay, so when the piston is moving from right extreme to the left extreme, the right suction pipe will suck the water into the cylinder and left delivery pipe deliver the water to the desired height, so that the dealings of water or the fluid is filled on both sides of the piston, so that we can call it as double acting reciprocating. Here you can see that the graph between discharge and crank angle. In the case of single acting reciprocating pump, the movement of crank from 0 degree to 180 degree, there won't be any discharge or delivery of water. But from the 180 degree to 360 degree, we will get the discharge. Okay, this is for the single acting reciprocating pump, that is we will get the discharge only from 180 degree to 360 degree or delivery stroke. Okay, so the discharge will be pulsating one. In the case of double acting reciprocating pump, the discharge will be from 0 to 180 degree also we will get the discharge. Okay, and from 180 degree to 360 degree also we will get the discharge, so that during the suction stroke and delivery stroke we will get the discharge. Okay, next is according to the number of cylinders, we can classify the reciprocating pump into single cylinder pump, double cylinder pump, triple cylinder pump, or 4-cylinder and 5-cylinder pump, the crank of which are arranged accordingly. Here you can see that the crank is arranged in such a way that the 3 cylinders are connected. Here it is a triple cylinder pump, so that it is arranged